300. It's your folks, Shaka. Wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So y'all, I wanted to speak on something real quick. I was on YouTube. I was going through videos and I came up on a video that was speaking about this whole back and forth between uh, so-called black folks out of America and these other so-called Africans from other places. Okay, and it was the same talk about what they believe. Uh, is the issue with so-called black Americans and back and forth. And I'm just gonna tell y'all like this. In my opinion, it's a waste of time even having those conversations. Okay, it's conversations that you don't waste your time going back and forth on. Now, if we're gonna speak on it, then it's cool for us to speak on it, and I believe that we should be just speaking on what it is. All right, but having the back and forth with these Africans is a waste of time. Primarily because they do a whole lot of lying. Okay, when they sit around and try to make their statement as to the reason why they should be just as black as you. Because I told y'all this before. See, what these Africans are doing now today is because the men, they're too coward to really go back with all of these resources they claim that they're making over here, which is false, because most of them are not as successful as they try to make themselves seem over here. But these men, they gave up, you know what I'm saying, going back, doing what they need to do to get stuff back in order there. So what they have decided to do was abandon a lot of their culture and stuff like that and come over here and start talking to us about being black. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you just look at it, it's not even worth having a conversation about with them. And one thing that they like to do as well, and I'm going to let this be known, a lot of these Africans like to make it seem like they came over here with 2 pennies to rub together in their pocket and they came up with nothing. That is false. Okay? That is false. When them Africans come over here, they are taken care of. If they were letting all them Africans off the damn plane with that, the crime in this country would have already been upside down. There would be a hellhole over here. Now, if you meet somebody from Central America or something like that, yeah, there's a great chance that you can run into them and they kind of just somehow got themselves in the country. But do not believe that when anybody from the continent over there, Africa, is telling you that. When they come over here, they make sure they have housing and they have all this other stuff that will allow them to do certain things, like eventually send their children to school or whatever. Okay, but they're not coming here being sent out there to the streets. That's a fact. That's why you don't see a lot of them. And when you do see some of them out there in the streets, it's because they came here and they start getting into shit. Like they get into the dope game and smoking dope and all that old crazy stuff like that. And then you might find them out there. But them trying to make it seem like they came up is BS. And it's just another way that they like to fabricate who they are to make it seem as if they somewhat are better than us. All right? But I'm going to be dropping a video about some information that has to do with Africa. I think I'm going to be speaking on the Congo area on this one. And so we're just going to be exposing a little bit more, man. But really, I just wanted to make this video because, yeah, man, having those conversations with those Africans is a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? And I said this before, the African man out of that continent, he's the most overrated individual on this planet. Okay? When you look at all the decisions that he has made, and then when you look up, pretty much the only thing he's doing when you look over there in Africa is pretty much just showing his woman around. Okay? Every time you look on Instagram, there's some thick ass African woman jumping around dancing and shit in them dirt ass roads and shit like that. All right? But other than that, the so-called African man ain't doing a motherfucking thing. And the only reason why he's trying to make the argument in the case as to the reason why he should be accepted just as much as you is because he looked at you and he seen that, okay, maybe I have a better chance of being this over here instead of being the man that I should have been back where I'm from. All right? And so I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Y'all comment below. Like this information, hit the sub button and the bell. We dropping shit y'all like. It's your folks, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I'm out.